Welcome back into TCO Studios in Eagan, joined now by Vikings Quarterbacks Coach Klint Kubiak. Klint, every year this time we like to go through every position, see what we have as we get ready for training camp. For you, it's the quarterbacks, and namely Kirk Cousins, who Vikings fans got to know last year and are excited to see in year two. What kind of spring did Kirk have for you?
Terrific spring. He put in a lot of work. He, studied like he was a rookie coming in and getting our system down. He knew he had to be the guy in charge, so he spent a lot of time in the classroom getting to know his playbook and then executing those schemes on the field. So he's been a great guy to coach. He's on the ball every day. It's a real challenge to coach those elite guys because they are so on the ball. They're so on top of everything. So you want to be ready for something new for them every day. Mm-hmm. So they challenge me as a coach, which is excellent, and I'm up for it, and I love working with them.
What was your mind's eye picture of Kirk when you were coming here, and then compare that to what you've seen now that you've worked with him?
Yeah, I just remember studying him in Denver when he was a free agent coming out. We studied all the free agent quarterbacks, and just remember initially thinking, how tough he was in the pocket. He takes some big shots standing there and deliver the ball accurately. He just has he's gifted in his accuracy. He's one of the most gifted guys I've been around, and how he can place the ball in a pinpoint spot with guys bearing down on him. So that was no different coming here and seeing him live action. I think the biggest surprise was just, seeing how dialed in he is every day. He is all football. There's plenty of distractions outside of football, especially for a quarterback. But when he's in the building, he is zeroed in on that day's script. So it's been, I guess I didn't surprise me he was that way, but he's been a pleasant surprise in his study habits in that regard.
You've got a few other quarterbacks in your room who are working here: Sean Mannion, Kyle Sloter, Jake Browning. What type of room do you guys have, and what do you think about those guys behind Kirk?
Yeah. It's so competitive. Those guys are all trying to be the number 2 guy, and they've all gotten plenty of reps to prove what they can do this spring. So, I'll just go oldest to youngest, not to give away anything from our point of the building, but oldest being Sean. He is a professional. He comes in and he's one of the hardest working quarterbacks I've ever been around. He is very bright. Nothing surprises him. He asks incredible questions, and he runs the show, and he's in there like a veteran. So we're really fortunate to have him. The next oldest guy being Kyle Sloter, most NFL experience compared to Browning, obviously. Yeah. Kyle's been a pleasure. He's really worked hard. He's made the most of his opportunities. Mannion and Cousins had a head up on him because they just knew this system better. Kyle had never been in this type of system, so he's had to put in a lot of extra time, which he has. So proud of his effort. And then Jake Browning, watching his college film, we're really excited to get him in the building. Rick Spielman and George Payton did a great job of getting him to us because we know he's a good player, and he's done a great job. I wouldn't say we're surprised that he's done a great job because we knew him going into the draft. So we got a steal with getting him as a free agent.
When guys are competing for spots with each other, but it's also important as a room to work well together because it's inherently a leadership position, quarterback. Right. So what's that dynamic like for those guys? They're competing, but they're also trying to help each other.
They don't go face to face every day. It's not a tackling drill where it's Browning versus Mannion, although I'm sure maybe they'd like that one every now and again. Once they're on the field, they had to run the show with 10 other guys with them. So I think in the room you don't get a feeling of guys are button heads. They work really well together. They complement each other, and they compete mentally. Who can be the most prepared for that day? Because every practice is like a game for us in the off season. Who can ask the best question? Who can answer the test that we give them most correctly? We have a board, and the guys get points for who got the test right that day. So they compete that way. But at the end of the day, they work well together. They all know they have a job to do, and they're all professionals.
Yeah. Now this is your second stint with the Vikings, and I know that you're really close with Kevin Stefanski, the offensive coordinator. So maybe less as a coach. I think folks would like to hear on a personal level, how's Kevin doing, and what have you thought about the job Kevin has done as the coordinator?
Just not surprised. He's attacked it, and he's done really well. He just works really well with other people. We're bringing in a whole new coaching staff, and he's the one that's got everybody on the same page. So he's a great communicator, highly intelligent. He's learning some new things that we've brought, But then we're learning a lot of new things from him.
Yeah.
So he has to bring that whole thing together and get everyone on the same page, first with the staff and then with the players. And he's done a tremendous job. No surprise, though.
Yeah. You've earned and made your own path in this league, just like your dad did. But you get to see him and work with him every day. What's that like?
Yeah, it's a blessing. I've been asked that question before, and that's the way I would answer it. It's a blessing. I'm very fortunate to get to work with him and just to get to ask him questions. And there's nothing he hasn't experienced that we can't ask him as a staff.
Yeah.
So bouncing ideas off of him, what do you think about here? He spends a lot of time with us as quarterbacks, especially on the field. He's with us an individual every day. Just glad to have him as a resource. Glad our offense has him. Glad our team has him. And but he's done a great job communicating with Kevin but Kevin's been running the show. So Kevin's really done a great job of leading our offense, and we're looking forward to get to work in training camp.
All right, man. Thanks for your time and all your work here this spring. Enjoy the summer break, and we'll see you
Yeah.
at camp. All right.
Thanks, Bobby.
Yeah.